On the 19th of August 2020, the countdown for the release of the Dead Matter Countdown drew to a close, with many fans and backers of the game keen to grab their keys and play the game itself, which has been in development for a few years now. However, almost as soon as the QI site went live, where backers could get their keys, it went down. Fans were getting error codes when they followed the link, the devs were silent, and some were speculating whether the game would even be released at all. So, why did the website go down? Where are everyone's keys? What have the developers finally said about the subject? And what is the current state of the game? In this video, we're going to go over everything as concisely and clearly as possible, so there are no misassumptions which are rampant over the Reddit and fan-made Discord servers of the game. In the countdown to the launch, Dead Matter received a huge wave of new backers, far more than they expected, rocketing them from around 60,000 views of expected traffic to the millions on their website. This happened for two reasons. The first being that many of those who couldn't get onto the site immediately would constantly refresh the page, only adding to the amount of traffic on the site, thereby exacerbating the problem. The second was several malicious DDoS attacks on the website by trolls or by rivals of the developers intending to screw up their launch day. For those of you that don't know, DDoSing is when an individual downloads a program that is more or less a roided out version of the refresh button. While a normal person can normally only refresh a site once every few seconds, a DDoS tool refreshes a site hundreds or even thousands of times a second. If the owners of a site do not have the server space to deal with this, then their site will crash, and no one will be able to access it, which is what happened with the Dead Matter team. The second problem was the matter of the keys, which was, to be completely honest, just a general fuck up on the Dead Matter development team. And while it's frustrating, it's not completely unexpected from a team that is releasing their first major title. The Dead Matter was using a third-party site in order to distribute their early alpha keys to their backers. This means they had little control over the actual distribution of those keys and had to rely on the competence of this third-party website. Due to the large increase of last-minute backers, there weren't actually enough keys to go around. As well as this, due to some cock-ups on the third party's end, some backers were receiving keys that did not work at all, or else they were receiving multiple keys. While they were trying to resolve these many problems, working through multiple nights, as could be seen from their sparse Discord updates, a few toxic members of the community had completely lost it and were going after the developers themselves. Some individuals began trying to dox members of the development team, which means they were trying to expose their home addresses, which obviously is horrible for the team themselves. And while not confirmed, it's been mentioned multiple times on the Reddit that one individual began sending illegal, explicit imagery to one of the members of the development team as a clumsy attempt to frame him for owning it. As all this reached too much, the Dead Matter team shut down the Discord, with one developer releasing a post describing how disappointed they were in their community. He commented that the team were developers, not babysitters, and how fans should allow them to solve the problems instead of making life more difficult. Now, while this post may be understandable, if rude, when we know all the information, almost everyone at the time felt like they were being kept in the dark, and this post sent even the most patient and calm fans into a state of irritation, if not rage. They were being berated and basically told to shut up by the indie team they were supporting. Conspiracy theories began to crop up, with many saying that the team had never even had a fully functional game ready to begin with and were pocketing the money supporters were giving and dipping. Luckily, the development team quickly realised the error of this post that had most likely been made in a stressed out and sleep deprived state. They deleted this and posted this as an amendment at 2:15 AM on the 22nd of August. Open quote. "We did take precautions on the website in preparation for the release, but we were expecting around 40,000 to 100,000 users, not 22.6 million requests, and currently taking in 600,000 requests per hour. This is due to a mix of unintentional and intentional attacks, resulting in the website going down numerous times, despite our best efforts. The deliberate attacks seem to have tapered off after the initial hit, and through the night we tested several measures to keep the site up. This resulted in the site going up and down as we tested these various measures. Though this was caused by user volume as best as we can tell, during this period and through the next day, The site was mostly down while we attempted to address things on our end. We have done, and we will continue to do all we can to resolve these problems, but we are still undergoing intentional attacks and heavy load from legitimate users, which hamper progress significantly. This is less to do with development, but there have been multiple scammers making streams of other actual partner streams and scamming people for follows while giving out fake keys, as well as one instance of people impersonating him and spreading lies. If you come across these people, please report them and move on. Do not give them a platform to stand on or the attention they are looking for. Thank you. Additionally, there have been some fake links going around, such as one that looks almost exactly like the QI Real software store page, but their link ends in .cc and not .ca like the official site. These appear to be IP loggers, do not click them. There are also links going around claiming to provide download for the game. These do not provide access to the game and instead contain the WannaCry malware and should not be accessed. Keeping all of this in mind, the statement is not meant to deflect blame from ourselves. We failed our community in numerous ways over the last few days, and nothing we can say here can make up for that. For that, we are deeply sorry, even if we recognise these words mean little at this point. We should have been a lot more clear from the get-go about the situation, and ended up severely mishandling the whole affair. We can't fix what's done, but we sure as hell plan to make things right for everybody. Close quote. Since then, distribution of keys has begun to trickle towards backers, and as more and more people are getting into the site. Actually claiming the key is still a hassle, as there are so many people trying to access the site at the same time at the moment, but at least backers and fans of the game can rest assured that there is a solid alpha state of the game, and over the next couple of weeks, all backers will be able to play the early alpha version. I hope this video was useful. If you liked it, please consider either liking the video or subscribing, as I'm still growing the channel. And if you have any suggestions on how I can improve the quality of my videos, please let me know in the comments section below. It's 12:30 here at the moment, and I have an 8-hour shift tomorrow, which I'm absolutely dreading. So I'm going to get this edited together ASAP and head off to bed. Peace.